I'm Doreen Pieters. I'm married with a beautiful husband. We are based in Pieters here in the Eastern Cape. I've got two beautiful biological boys and one adopted boy. So I was born into a family where both my parents were alcoholics. I have a twin brother, older sister, younger brother and older brother. So I was taken away, we as a family were taken away and we stayed in dispatch kinderhuis. But those years, it's actually such a funny story because in those years when people wanted to take other children for a weekend or holiday, you would line up and then they would come and choose whichever child they wanted for the weekend. And I went to this particular family and it eventually became where they took me into foster care. I was there for about 4 months, had everything that any little girl's heart desired, but the man abused me. He molested me for quite a few weeks. At first, obviously, I didn't know, was this wrong? I was very small, I was 4.5 years old. So I wasn't sure. It was the first really interaction that I had with a man, which I thought was maybe love. I didn't know what to call it. And eventually I just started to realize, but this doesn't feel good. So then it can't be good. And I told his wife, and that very same day, I was sent back to the orphanage. This resulted in severe, for many years, identity crises and that I'm not good enough because I was taken back. And then it was around about for a year, I was very rebellious in the orphanage, so no one wanted me, and that was exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to go through the same ordeal again, but one weekend, it was a Friday afternoon, a couple came into the orphanage and something inside of me just bounced. And I was just so excited to see these people, even though I didn't know them. And immediately when I saw them, I knew that these two people was going to be my parents. And that's exactly what happened. So Christy and Bonita came in, they took me to the elephant park the first day, and one day it became a weekend became a holiday, and yeah, eventually they did adopt me. And that's how it started for me. Let's fast forward to when I started school. I went through severe bullying because of people not knowing, not really having insight into adoption and what it is. So I went through a lot of that, but I always had the ability to bounce back from stuff. I would call it resilience, and I think resilience is it's a choice for me. It's a choice. You either choose to go through this thing or you choose to go into a corner and just feel sorry for yourself. So I went through that, and I did go through a rebellious stage as well, where I hurt quite a lot of people, even the people that gave me a new life. Luckily for me, there's grace, and they picked me up, and we started from the beginning again. And then I went to Cape Town, studied there, and I met someone that I thought was going to be my husband, and actually he became my worst nightmare. I was severely abused for 4 years, which resulted in 3 operations, reconstruction operations, and actually last year was my last operation. So that is 15 years after the fact. So yeah, based on my story, I decided that I wanted to make use of it. I'm not going to give the devil any chance to steal any more of my life. I'm going to use this. I've learned from it, and I'm going to use this in helping other people in adoption, especially with to get people to foster children. That's my main focus, is foster parents and their children, and then also abused women. Okay, so I'm in a very fortunate position where I work for a company that really supports my dreams and aspirations. So whenever they need to release me, they do it with so much grace and so much love. So that part is easy. I would say with balancing, I would always just say that you have to be present wherever you are. So if you're with your family, be present with them and give them all the love and the support that they need. And when you're busy with the project, then you do exactly the same. You're present there, and that's just the way that I do it. I think it's very important that you know your true identity, who you are to your core. That's the one thing. And then also just to start doing something. I always say to people that your story will most probably predict where you are going to be used. So in my case, I had a sad story, but I put it to use so that it can become something positive in other people's lives, and it also gave me the platform to communicate with key people about, say, hardship of other people, and to get help for them. And yeah, that's just the way that my community works. So I do it on a personal level. I've learned from stuff that happened in my past a lot, and I've got experience in, especially with adoption or with people that live in poverty. And then we organize and we do stuff so that they can have the chances that we are all supposed to be given in life. So I would just say that just bloom where you're planted, and whatever is in your heart, where you feel what you feel strong about, go into that and just start. That's the big thing. So I'm very excited about this milestone, because it's not, in actual fact, I've had many milestones, but this one I'm really working towards. So with my story, like I said, I'm passionate about foster caring, and there's a loophole in our system where they say the social workers will find a house for a baby or child, and that child will be dropped off with nothing. So I started small with, like I said, I have connections with people. I always see myself as a mediator, but in a positive way. I'm the talker and I'm the one that organizes the stuff. But there's a lot of people that work with me to get these products for children. So we pack backpacks and we send it with the child to the foster parents. We had a specific one quite a few weeks ago, where it is a 7-month-old baby, beautiful little baby. The mom went through severe abuse, which led her to not being able to even call for help. So that was on the Sunday. They only reached them on the Wednesday. So that 7-month-old baby had nothing to eat or to drink for 3 days. It's a miracle in itself that he's actually alive. But he was placed just past 8 that evening into foster care. And also most foster parents are people that don't necessarily have the money or the finances to be able to really do and help the way that it's supposed to be. But they've got the love and the support of people to care for this child. So where I come in is I go to people and then I present this baby to them, and then we get stuff from all over. This baby we sorted out within hours to have from nothing to diapers, to bottles, to clothes, even a pram. So it's really just amazing to see what can be done if you make up your mind and you just start doing something. Okay, ladies, I want to say to you today that you are not a product of your past. You do not need to identify, even in your current circumstances. You must know who you are, first of all, not your circumstances, not something that you've been through, not even stuff that people have said about you or identified you as counts at all. God made you with a specific purpose. He loved you enough to make you. So He's got a plan for your life, And even through struggles, even when you feel down, even when you feel like your back is against the wall, He has made you perfect in every single way, and He's got the specific plan. You just have to push through. Adversity will come, but it's the only way we grow. There's no one that has gone through adversity, that's gone through it, that didn't grow and didn't change to be a better person. So adversity is not there to break you, it's there to help you. That's the one thing. And then have a circle of friends that will build you up. It's very important for me to have people around me that first of all encourages me, that can speak into my life, and then also someone that can cheer me on. I think it's very important to have friends like that and family like that, and then very important to have someone spiritual that can give you guidance and advice. Be planted somewhere where you are being used in a positive way. Wel, sukses vir my. Ek dink baie van ons is mamas. Sukses vir my is as jy na jou kinders kyk en jy kan sien dat dit wat jou passie is en dit wat jy uitleef, kan jy deur hulle sien. Ek gaan 'n voorbeeld gebruik van een van my seentjies. Ek kan eintlik al twee, want hulle is so uniek en ja, en hulle omgee en hulle liefde vir ander mense, maar hierdie een spesifiek het vir my so getref. Is dat ons het laas jaar het ons gestop voor Spar en daar was 'n seentjie, een van die straatkinders het na ons toe gekom en ek is onmiddellik soos, jy weet, want ek gee letterlik elke dag. So toe is dit nou net weer een van daai oomblikke en hy kom na my toe, maar jy kan sien hy huil, hy's regtig vir baie hartseer. En ek vra toe vir hom wat fout is en hy sê maar sy tand is seer en dit is baie koud hier buite. En ek sê toe dis reg, ek gaan in Spar en ek kry toe vir hom pille. 'n pynpilletjie vir die tand en hot chocolate van alle goed. As ek net terugdink dan dink ek wat the hell, Doreen. Maar in elk geval gee dit toe vir hom en hy's baie happy en daar gaan hy. En Meyer draai om na my toe. Daai tyd 9 jaar oud, draai om na my toe en hy sê vir my mamma, ek wil gou na daai seentjie toe gaan. Ek sê okay, en is sterk skemer daai tyd al. En hy is so half voor 'n garage waar jy 'n petrolstasie. En ek sien net hoe lê hy sy hande op sy gesig en hy bid vir hom. En onmiddellik is daar soos 'n crowd mense wat om hulle staan en hierdie kind se boldness het my net, dit was net vir my insane om te dink dat ek so volwasse mens, ek gaan in 'n winkel in en ek dink dadelik aan die fisiese, soos ons gaan vir hom 'n pilletjie gee en ietsie warm en daar gaan hy. En Meyer besef maar die Here kan hom genees. So hierdie pilletjie is dalk net vir 'n oomblik, maar God kan hom genees. En hy hardloop toe terug onbewus van hierdie klomp mense wat vir hom kyk en net daai opregtheid, en dit het vir my 'n groot les kom leer en dit het my net laat besef dat ons hoef nie noodwendig met ons kinders langs die tafel te sit en goeders in te prent nie. Hulle kyk na ons lewe en dit wat ons doen, die opregtheid waarmee jy leef en dit waarin jy glo, en dan doen hulle dit. Dit is hoekom die Here ook sê jy moet geloof hê soos 'n kind. En hy sê ook in sy woord dat moenie kinders van my af weghou nie. En dan besef 'n mens, maar dit is omdat hy die geloof wat 'n kind het, is wat hulle by hom kry. So moenie hulle weghou van hom nie. Hy gaan vir hulle dinge wys, wat hulle kan doen, waartoe hulle in staat is. En dit was een van die goed wat vir my so uitgestaan het, was dit. En as gevolg daarvan het ek baie moeite gedoen met daai spesifieke kind. En ons het hom van die straat af gekry, hy's in 'n kinderhuis op die oomblik. En dit alles as gevolg van 'n seer tand en my ability om nie te dink en te fokus in daai tyd nie. En die Here gebruik 'n kind van 9 jaar oud om daai goed net alles bymekaar te bring. So dit is my sukses, is om te sien wat dit in my kinders lewens doen. ek wil net van die geleentheid gebruik maak om vir elke vrou daar buite te eer. You're fearfully and wonderfully made en die Here het 'n spesifieke doel met jou lewe. Ek kan nie wag om van julle langs die pad te kry en te stop en te gesels oor presies wat hy in jou en deur jou doen nie.